Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Katie, and today I am here with the last of my on-hand Diamond Art Club Black Friday sneak peeks to share with you. Stay tuned for some more first looks coming up soon from this release. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And we're going to be taking a look at, can I pick favorites? This is my favorite of the sneak peeks I've been able to share with you so far. This is Rainy Summer Day by Marigona Suli and has a color palette I'm obsessed with, a whole vibe I just want to live in. And yeah, no, this is exactly up my alley. I'm stoked for this one, you guys. Here's a look at the render up close. I'm going to hopefully give you a really good look at this kit so you can decide if it's on your shopping list, either for tonight if you're in the diamond tier of the rewards program, or tomorrow morning, early Black Friday morning, if you are in the ruby tier below, or just general release. So this one is 69.9 by 98.8 centimeters. So that's a pretty good size. It's the max size on one side. And we're going to get lots of details, especially because we have square drills in this one. Colors wise, we're talking about 57, oh holy cow, 57 colors, including 3 ABs, 1 iridescent, 1 frosted, 1 special diamond, which usually means there's one that's like a special shape, and 4 fairy dust, and 111,000 ish diamonds in this one. I wonder if the special shaped ones are going to be like in those string lights maybe. I don't know. We'll take a look at everything. On the back there's some information about how to diamond paint if you're newer to DAC. I'll also have some beginner videos linked below you can check out for some how-tos and tutorials to hopefully make the craft feel a little bit less intimidating. Kit contents, we're going to go through all of that. There's also a sticker at the bottom that tells you what kit this is, which is handy just for practical reasons. If you're like me and have all your diamond paintings stacked up in a nice little stash mountain on shelves, being able to just look at the bottom and see what the kit is really handy. By the way, I noticed this is the newer style of box. They just started rolling these out a few weeks ago, where now this is a separate sleeve from the box itself. So like able to do a generic inner box and then just slide this on for the customizable part. Now, I don't like to take all of the plastic wrap off because then I'm afraid it's just gonna slide right off. And I like the extra protection of having the plastic on most of the box, which is why I just cut it here at the top. And this has definitely helped with these new box styles because then the sleeve doesn't go anywhere. But this is the part of the video where I would normally talk about how, hey, if you're new to Diamond Art Club and you want to save 20% off, I have a discount code, so basically, if you're watching this after Black Friday week, this is useful to you. But if you're new to DAC, my 20% off code is Katie20, Katie 20. Now, if you're watching this prior to Black Friday, I could say with relative confidence, I don't know what the percentage off is going to be, or if it's going to be a BOGO or something. But Black Friday is usually one of the best sales that Diamond Art Club runs all year. You're gonna want to take advantage of that as opposed to my code. I want you to save some money, okay? Now, those of you that are new to DAC, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the toolkit because, you know, at this time of year especially, newbies are finding this craft. You get one for the holidays as a gift or your shopping sales and come across a new craft. So here we go. Diamond Art Club's toolkits, I feel like, are a bit of a step up from the more basic toolkits you'll see from some other companies. For example, they have a little bit bigger of a diamond painting pen. They call it a twist and pick pen. It's more ergonomic and it comes preloaded with a clear wax. So you just twist it and the wax will start coming out at the end. If you run out of the wax that's already loaded in there, you could twist it the opposite direction and load more in. They give you extra. The other end comes with a 4-placer for multi-placing. You can pop it out. They also give you a 7-placer if you prefer that. This is also compatible with the metal multi-placers that Diamond Art Club sells. Just make sure you get the ones that are push-in and not the threaded screw-in types. Now, we have some extra clear wax in case you run out of what's in there. You could also use this in your multi-placer. And they also give you a pink heart wax that's their kind of classic wax. And then we have some baggies. You can store some leftover diamonds in those. And last but not least, we have the trays, which are my favorite of their toolkit upgrades, mainly because they're so much bigger. I'm a multi-placing girl. I want to be able to grab my 12-placer and pick up a nice big line of diamonds. So Handy for that. It also comes with a stopper as well as a sliding lid, and these are also stackable if you have multiples of these and want to kit up into them or whatever and stack. If you see black cat fur, it's actually very apt for this original artwork. One of the reasons I love it, because we have these void kitties. I have a tuxedo cat, and I swear his fur, it doesn't matter. I have a million lint brushes. His fur gets absolutely everywhere. Everywhere. So that's, apologies. We call it just the cat glitter that blesses us. Let's see what our Treasure Quest card is going to be with this one. It looks like we got bronze, which is the most common of the Treasure Quest card tiers. Now, Treasure Quest cards, let's talk really quickly about these. These are a pretty collectible and also part of a secondary rewards program. Each of these cards has a rank. Bronze is by far the most common. If you get this kit, you're very likely to also get a bronze. But there's also a chance you could get one of the other ranks of cards, silver, gold, or black, with black being the rarest. Once you get various combinations of these cards, you can redeem them for things like a gift card or a custom diamond painting. There's a redemption code you can scratch off here. So I have a video I did on this, and it also explains it on the Treasure Quest card part of Diamond Art Club's website. All those will be linked below too if you want to take a look. On the inside of this envelope, I just wanted to point out there's lots of helpful stuff, but specifically the VIP Facebook group, which you can join once you've made your first purchase. This is a really great resource, especially I feel like with Black Friday previews. There's a friend of mine that runs the New Collages profile where they do recaps of the different previews that are happening throughout Black Friday week, and both on like Black Friday week and on regular weekends. Once all of the kits have been previewed, they put up a collage post with price estimates for everything that are usually really accurate, and you get to see all the info in one place and kind of plan accordingly with your shopping. So highly recommend joining that if you're not in there already. Then we have a set of stickers. These are stickers. These are stickers. There's a look at the original artwork. I like to use this in my paper logbook once I start working on a kit, and these are individual stickers too. Colors wise, we have 57 colors. This color palette, neutrals, pinks, pale earthy, like, yes, this is my wheelhouse. I love it. We've got 57 colors in total. The code in the right-hand column is going to be the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. With Diamond Art Club, you're going to see the special drills at the end. This one has a lot. So Z is fairy dust. Y is a special shaped diamond, M is going to be frosted, L is going to be iridescent, ABs are going to be ABs. I'll show you all these when we're looking at the diamonds in a little bit. It'll make more sense then. Also just wanted to quickly point out 6000s range colors are colors that don't exist in the DMC, but because Diamond Art Club makes all their diamonds in-house, they're able to create colors to fill gaps in the DMC color code system, which is really, really handy. It lets them match the original artwork a lot more closely. There are a couple of color families in the DMC that are just notorious for not having much range. And so I appreciate that Diamond Art Club is able to do this. Okay, top of the kit. This is big and amazing. This is delightful already. I cannot wait to see these drill colors. Okay, we are talking all kinds of details. These room style pieces are amazing. They're my happy place. Oh, I'm obsessed with this already. I want to just slightly modify. Well, from the back, my cat looks like just a straight up void kitty. Tuxedo, the markings, the white is really just on his front and his paws, which you don't really see any of this here. So this can just be my cat Skip without any modifications. This adorable ghosty reading is too much. I love her. I'm channeling all of this from all the rain that we had here in Southern California a couple weeks ago. This was me curled up on my couch by the window. I was stitching, not reading, but I can't really diamond paint easily on my couch, but I can grab my cross stitch project, and so cozy. Everything about the rain outside and just being inside curled up, perfect vibes. I don't care how stereotypical it is. I freaking love it. This is amazing. Mint, like a mint and a pink color combo. Is there anything better? This looks so good, you guys. Oh man, do I want to kit up another project? No, it's December. This has summer in the name. I'm going to save it. It's rainy day stash kit. Rainy day. It's meant to be. Okay. take a look at the screen if you want to see a picture of the whole canvas and frame, since obviously I couldn't quite fit the whole thing here for you, but now you can see it in all of its glory. These room pieces by Marigona Suli and Aria Illustration do them. I love them both. They're really similar vibes. I showed this artwork to my husband right before I started filming. He's like, wait, didn't you already unbox the kit like this? I was like, no. It's a thing. It's a whole theme that they do. And this one's different because it's got pinks. It's red. Anyway, he got it then. But it was like, I have a type. Anyway, let's talk about kit, all that stuff, all the features, especially for those of you that are newer to Diamond Art Club, like I mentioned. So canvas material, I always like to mention, it's just nice to diamond paint on. It's got a good weight to it. It lays flat well. It's soft on the back, but really more importantly, it hangs well. It's good for diamond paintings. They use poured glue that's pretty sticky, as well as a thick plastic cover with perforated sections with lines to help you see the edges. So if you like having these kind of clear defined areas to work within, you can make use of those. Then we have a legend on either side, so the top left as well as over here at the bottom right. A big canvas like this, I'm going to recommend you make use of the sticker labels they gave you, just because otherwise, imagine you're in the middle of the canvas and you're always having to travel to the legend to check your symbols. It's a little more time consuming, so I'd use the sticker labels. Here we've got a thumbnail, the title, the size, and copyright. So this piece, along with all the other kits that Diamond Art Club has, are legally licensed. This is legally licensed, which means that Marigona Suli has both given permission for the use of her artwork by Diamond Art Club and is being fairly compensated for this as well. Like I said, this is the case with all of Diamond Art Club's kits. Here we have a discount code and their socials, which that's where you want to follow along to see all the info about their Black Friday and Cyber Monday releases. And if they do, I don't know what they're doing for Cyber Monday this year, but their releases in general and their most up-to-date news. Here we've got a bit of info about the lifetime warranty, which as long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which does include things like if you were to run out of drill color or have any other issues with your kit, you can contact customer support. They could take it from there. These books are so fun. They're at an angle, so we have some line blocking and some confetti, but that's what you got to do for stripes or things at an angle. I don't mind. This does have a fair amount of color blocking and confetti. It's really a nice mix, it looks like. So color blocking, like look at that symbol in her pants, or even like to a lesser extent in these shelves. Color blocking is where you have a lot of the same color in a small area. And so you can grab your multi-placer, you'll have that color in your tray for longer, and areas like that will go a little bit faster. Our little ghost friend has color blocking. The opposite of color blocking is confetti. We have some sunflowers over here with some examples, though it's not too bad. But confetti is where you have some more color changes in a small area. You're looking at doing more single placing and changing the color of your tray out more often. And the trade-off though is that you're going to get more detail, more color blending. So I like kits to have a nice mix of both because confetti keeps it interesting, but color blocking keeps it moving. It has been a minute since I've worked that one into the mix, that phrase. It just came right to me just then. I just think it's been months, but there you have it. So yeah, this looks lovely. A good amount of color blocking. It's going to move right along, but the detail is so crisp, even just with what we're seeing printed on the canvas. And if it looks this good just from the printing, general rule of thumb is that when there's drills down, it's only going to look better because the drills are going to give you the true color as opposed to when you're looking at the printed render on the canvas. The symbols just very slightly are gonna, I don't want to say distort it, but it's not as vibrant and obvious of a look. So we're a bit over 98 centimeters that way, which were listed as 98.8. And then this way we're at just a tick shy of 70. So we're true to size on this one, you guys. Let's take a look at our diamonds. I did see that the string lights are where that special shaped diamond are, but we have a lot of other special drills to find and see where they go. Yeah, these pinks, this color spread is really pretty. Now look, there's a sticker, by the way, that tells you what kit these go with. Historically, sometimes I am wary of the color green, but in a context like this one, pinks and greens together and just this whole setting, I really don't think I'm gonna mind it. Here's our color spread. I see we have a little straggler pack here with lots of special drills. I'm going to start with this, actually. These are all special drills right off the bat. We're going to start with the fun stuff. So first we have our first fairy dust color. This is Z471. Oh, this is showing up so much better. When I was filming earlier today during the day with natural daylight, the fairy dust coating just does not show up as well for some reason. Anyway, fairy dust diamonds have an, I almost said iridescent, pearlescent. They have a pearlescent sheen and effect to them that almost looks like someone just brushed a little bit of fine glitter powder on the tops of these diamonds. I love this special drill. They're my favorites. So we have this nice light olive green. Then we have our iridescent color, L718. Iridescent diamonds have a crystal-like effect. There's the mirror backing that covers up the symbol and helps with the reflectiveness of that top color. So you have this really pretty pink iridescent diamond, and crystal effects are really unique. You don't see them in a ton of Diamond Art Club kits because they're very particular about where they'll put special drills like this. Lastly, we have our special, they just call this one a special diamond. When you see it generic like that in the listing or on the box like I showed you, what that usually means is a special shaped diamond of some kind. So this one you can see is like a quad style diamond. So it's going to take up the space of, roughly 4 diamonds, I think. And it's a clear iridescent style, but it's a quad, like a quad cube. So that's our special shape diamond. These are pretty rare. You do not see a lot of these at all. I don't remember the last time I had one. They're really unusual to see. All right, let's look at some of our kind of regular colors. Now, like I mentioned, we have square drills to give us that max amount of detail. Okay, that pale pink and that pale green, that is just the best color combo. I love it. And Diamond Art Club squares, in my experience, are some of the best quality that are on the market. They tend to be very consistent in size and shape and do not have a lot of trash. Trash diamonds are ones that you're not going to want to place for whatever reason. Usually they have a tab sticking off the side, or they're inconsistent in size or shape, and that just does not seem to be a problem I run into very often at all with Diamond Art Club. That matters with square drills because square drills do sit up flush against each other on all sides. And so if there is a tab sticking off the side, or if they're, one's bigger than the other, then it's not going to have enough space and it's going to pop off the canvas. It's a huge headache. I hate popping drills. So I'm glad that that's not usually an issue with Diamond Art Club squares. We have here 3 bags of AB603. We have a light pink AB. And holy cow, we're gonna have to see where all these go. That's quite a lot. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These have an iridescent coating on the top that is super sparkly, very eye-catching. It's gonna make you look at the areas it's been charted. And it's, very, very bold compared to fairy dust for sure. It's up there, I feel like, with iridescent diamonds. So we have 3 big bags of that one. And like I said, we're going to look at the canvas to find where these go, but I want to get through all of our drill colors first. $57 really isn't bad at all as far as like number of colors for a canvas this size. Here's our next AB. This is AB 453. We have a taupe AB. Really see that sparkle there. And then I already see our next special drill, so I'll leave you zoomed in. This is one of their very unique frosted diamonds. Frosted diamonds are pretty new to Diamond Art Club. I feel like they kind of came up with this very specific concept, which is a matte finish, almost a semi-translucent look, but there's also like no facets to the top. It's just like a dome on the top. The effect is supposed to be like frosted glass, hence the name. And they just launched these earlier this year. And they're pretty, you don't see them in a ton of kits. I feel like maybe about as frequently as you see iridescent diamonds, but they have a really cool effect. So we have a bag of this white, almost clear looking. It really does look like a frosted glass. So we'll see where that one goes. I have some guesses. Here we have a pink fairy dust color, Z602. You can see that shimmery coating on the tops of those. And there's a 6000s range color, which you can see there's not like a special coating on these. It's just a regular diamond. But that shade of brown apparently does not exist in the DMC color code system. feel like browns, purples, and blues are colors I've heard are a little more limited in the DMC. Here we have another fairy dust color, Z977. It's a really light brown, almost with an orange hue to it. I will just leave you zoomed in because I already see our next one, which is Z3865. We have a white fairy dust color. Shimmer, shimmer. Just a little bit of that one. There's a lot of special drills in this one. It's going to take me a bit to find all of them, but I will do my very best. Here we have, I think this is going to be our last one. It's an orange AB, AB972. Just a tiny bag of that one. And yes, that is all. These are roughly in order of weight, by the way. So we were going from the diamonds there were the most of down to the diamonds there were the least of. All right, give me a moment. With all those special drills, I'm going to take a quick peek ahead of you and find where at least the majority of these are going to go, I hope. And then I'll come back and we'll go through them all together. All right, I recommend grabbing a cup of coffee or a snack because we are going to be here for a minute. There are so many special drills in this kit. I am so excited. I'm going to try to cover all of them as best as I possibly can. Recap for you. We have got 3 ABs. We have a taupe AB, a pink AB, which the pink AB we had 3 big bags of, and then we had light orange AB, and then we had the pink iridescent crystal like diamond. We have the white frosted diamond, we have the special shaped diamond, and then we have 4 fairy dust colors, a light olive green, a pink, a light kind of orangish brown, and a white fairy dust. Okay, so you see why we have a lot to go over. First things first, that pink AB that we had 3 big bags of is going to be the light pink color all throughout the chair. So there's chunks of it. Grab your multi-placer. You're going to be just doing oodles of that pink color in this chair. They're everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. The pink fairy dust color is going to be in camera. It's a slightly dark pink color on the edges of a bunch of these books. The edges of a bunch of these books. There's some pink AB here. So there's some pink AB, some pink fairy dust. Just these pink books have some special drills in them, yes. And then we have some of the light green fairy dust. It's this light green color in some of the edges of these books. It's in the lines of this little like placemat tablecloth on here. We also have some of the taupe AB sprinkled in here too, for good measure. And the knobs on this dresser, this orange color, that's going to be our kind of light orange AB color on the knobs of that dresser. As mentioned, the string lights are those special shaped ABs, which was that clear crystal quad cube kind of look. Let's tug this up just a little bit. In the sunflowers in this kit, so both the sunflower that's in her book, which is really, really cute, and the sunflowers over there, the light yellow color in those is going to be that kind of light orangish brown color, which it just almost looks more yellow in frame compared to the other colors, which is why I call it that. But we have that fairy dust color all in these sunflowers. That's going to be really pretty. Now the mouse is made up of white fairy dust, but the ghost is, if you didn't guess it already, going to be one of the places we see that kind of white, clear, frosted diamond. That kind of semi-translucent effect is going to work so perfectly well for this ghost. I really love it. I think that's such a cool spot. It's not the only spot, but I feel like that's one of the most like iconic and really well-placed ones. In the lamp, we have some lines of that pink iridescent color. It's the lighter pink, the lighter pink color you see that really kind of stands out more. There's also a little bit of pink AB in there as well. And then the pink that you see on the leaves of this plant, we have some pink ABs and the little drops of pink fairy dust. There's sprinkles of pink fairy dust along there too. So both of those kinds of special drills, the fairy dust and the AB are in there. Let me take a quick peek. I don't think I missed any in like her shirt or anything, but I'm going to hop back over to this shelf over here. And the white that you see in the quill and the inkwell, and is this little vase here, that's white fairy dust. And then this little flower is pink ABs. And then we get into the books where we have some pink fairy dust, there's green fairy dust, there's more pink fairy dust, more green fairy dust. You get the idea with these books. And then these pink flowers, the pink is going to be pink fairy dust, and the orangish color is going to be the orange AB. Hopping over here again, these little pink sprinkles you see through the window are going to be the pink fairy dust color, but then you get into these little flowers we see through the window. Those are actually going to be that pink iridescent color. So it's like we're looking through the window. It's kind of giving them more of like that crystal-y effect. I think it works really well. And then the bunch, this little pink tie here is both pink AB and pink fairy dust. This moon is the clear frosted diamond. This pink bit is pink fairy dust. And then we have this flower is pink ABs. The crow or raven has 2 pink ABs on its cheek to give it a little bit of blush. And then its eye is 1 white AB, which is really cute. And hopping back over here, the white in the skull and the side of this crystal ball and this bone, that's all going to be white fairy dust. And then there's some little flowers in this hanging herb right here that those are going to be the orange AB. And then we have pink fairy dust in the pink here and the pink here and the pink there. As we get into these books, we have a mix of pink AB, pink fairy dust, and some of that kind of olive green fairy dust in these books. And then the taupe AB, if you look in the window with like the effect of the rain coming down, these light lines, that is going to be our taupe AB and all of those spots kind of coming down there, which I really like that effect a lot. The ways that you can play with special drills when you're talking about like rain through a glass, through a window, rather, through glass or through a window, I think it just works really well to like make use of ABs, make use of crystals, make use of frosted diamonds. And I like how Diamond Art Club has used those in this one. Now in the picture frames, we have a lot of different special drills going on, so follow along with me. We'll kind of start over here and work our way over. This flower is pink fairy dust, as are the pink flowers here. This sunflower has some of that kind of light orangish brown fairy dust in the center, and then these pink bits here are pink ABs. The darker pink colors in this one are going to be pink ABs, and then most of this background color is going to be pink ABs. The skeleton is made up of white fairy dust with a couple of pink ABs in its cheeks for some blush. And then this frame is made up, the pink color is pink ABs, and that orangish color in the middle is going to be the light orange AB. The moth over here, rather, the lunar moth, has the light pink color, which is light pink ABs all throughout it, and then kind of in the corners. This moon is the kind of white, clear, frosted diamond, so we get to see more of that color, along with some pink fairy dust down here and there. This sunflower has some of the orange ABs in the center, and the background is that light olive green fairy dust. Over here, we've got some of the light green fairy dust and some of the light orange AB. And then up there in that picture frame, the darker pink color is going to be the pink fairy dust, and the yellow spots you see in the centers of the flowers are going to be our orange AB color. So I think we caught most of them, but as always, you know, it's very possible that I missed them, especially in a kit this large, but this is a stunner. I think this is probably one of my favorites of the Black Friday releases this year, though I have a couple more on the way that are right up there. I think this is probably I'd call this in the top 3. I'd say this is in the top 3. One of the others, I can't tell you what it is yet because it won't have previewed when this kit goes live, if it goes up as planned. But one of my other favorites that already has previewed and that you'll see a first look from me on is the 13th Hour by Yume. I love the way that one looks. So anyway, and there's others too. Yeah, this is a really solid set of Black Friday releases, you guys. Let me give you all the info about what this release looks like. So Black Friday, Diamond Art Club. This is when they go all out. There's going to probably be a really amazing sale. They also were releasing 111 kits. This is the most they've ever released on Black Friday before. And what this looks like is a really wide variety of kits coming out. The general release time is different than a normal weekend. So normal weekend release is a Saturday, right? Black Friday is a different day and a different time. So the general release is going to be on Friday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, so a couple hours earlier than like the normal Saturday release time. Friday, November 28th, aka Black Friday in the US, at 7 a.m. Pacific, which is 10 a.m. Eastern time. Now, specifically if you're in the diamond tier, Ruby friends, I'm sorry you're left out of the early access window on this one. Diamond tier members, you guys get an extra long early access window that begins at 9 p.m. Pacific time on Thanksgiving, which is 12 a.m. Eastern time, technically Friday. And they will hold back stock for the general release. So if and when kits sell out in the early release, or if you don't have access to the early release, don't worry. You will have a chance at all of these kits at the general release. So I expect certain kits like this one to sell out really fast. Not trying to push FOMO here, you guys. You stick to your budgets. I think this one is going to be popular. And I'm biased, but you know, I do. And just, if you're going to be shopping the diamond release and you want some company, if you've been here for past years, you probably guessed what I'm going to say, which is that I'm going to be doing a countdown live stream here on my channel with my friend Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights. We're going to start 2 hours before the Black Friday release for Diamond tier members goes live. So we're going to start at 7 p.m. Pacific, aka 10 p.m. Eastern. We try to go through as many of the kits as we can, kind of just recap them, talk about what's on our shopping list, maybe enable each other a little bit, and then you get to scramble all together to shop when the release goes live. It's fun to see what people snag and what kits sell out first, if we kind of predict it or whatever. It'll hopefully be a really fun time. So that'll be linked below, and that's happening, well, this evening if you're watching this when it goes live. So come in your comfy pants and your turkey coma with a maybe extra slice of pumpkin pie and settle in for a really fun evening. It's always a really, really fun time. We love doing it. So, but I'm going to let you guys go. First though, please leave a comment letting me know what you think of this one. Are you as obsessed with it as I am and planning to grab it at release, or are you going to wish list it for later? Or enjoy it vicariously through others. All of the above are fantastic options, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, though. I genuinely hope this video was helpful for you in making your decision, and I invite you to subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me. I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different shops here on my channel, as well as weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting on Monday mornings, and also just other diamond painting related stuff, and I'd love to have you here. So thanks again for watching. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you were celebrating. Happy Black Friday weekend, and good luck with your shopping. I hope you're doing very well and that you have a day and a weekend that's as wonderful as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. See you tonight. Bye.